Hey everyone, welcome to the Tourist Trek. Today's a pretty special day because it actually marks the 2-year anniversary Jen and I set sail on the Disney Fantasy for our 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. Jen's at the theme parks with her family right now, and earlier this morning I ended up getting the second dose of the vaccine, so I'm going to sit the theme parks out today, and instead you and I are going to reminisce on an old video from 2 years ago on our channel, which happens to also be the most popular video on our channel, the Disney Fantasy Day 1 of our 7-night Western Caribbean cruise. And I thought it would be kind of fun to reminisce on it and talk about it from a behind-the-scenes perspective on the most popular video on our channel. So if you're ready, let's go. So I will preface by saying that I don't watch a lot of our old videos. Once I put it on there, I very rarely go back and watch it. I might watch it once right when it drops to make sure that everything's good, but I don't typically watch videos from many, years ago. But this one is definitely worth watching a second time, as it is our most successful video and kind of put us on the map. So let's give this a shot. The iconic horn. You know what's funny is actually the person there on the left commented us and reached out to us and told us that that was her, and that she was happy that we caught her genuine excitement. It was kind of cool. It was a fun shot. Did this shot from Grand Cayman, riding the transport vessels to the island. Jen's absolute excitement. How can't you be? Our first ever cruise vlog. Now we're on the viewing deck of the terminal. Take a peek at the Disney Fantasy. They're constantly maintaining the ship. You'll notice that throughout this entire trip, that they're constantly cleaning the ship. And they're also loading. It's amazing how quickly those guys work. It's busy out here. Just to get everything loaded onto the ship. Silver Castaway Club lanyard. It's official. That means we're on our second cruise, so you only have to go on one. It's my second cruise, Jen's third cruise. She actually went on the Disney Wonder many years ago. Something like that. We'll look into it. I'll get you information on that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We are now Castaway Club members. I don't know if my luggage is in there. That could be it right there. I'm not sure. They do kind of all look the same. So we are in the terminal, about to go through the big Mickey ears. There's no describing the anticipation when you're in the terminal. It's pretty awesome. Now they are boarding groups 1 through 3, so we will be coming up next. And this is the personal navigator for the voyage. The navigators. It does look different than what I remember, though. Do you think they're going to have the navigators when they start cruising again? I don't think they will. I think it'll be gone when we get back to sailing. Trying to cut back on the amount of paper. Yes, we love our personal navigators. And we're about to get on the Fantasy. It's crazy. For 7 nights. This will be our floating hotel. Ooh, don't look down. I don't know why I put that in there. We're about to be announced. Look at that. It is so pretty. And there's the navigator. Right for the navigator. Okay. These things are incredible. It's literally like a TV guide. Yep. And it tells you what time everything is, and it breaks it down by adults and kids and fun for all ages. This thing is golden. I know that we shot this video with the assumption that kind of our family who'd never been on a cruise would be watching. So the things we explained, we were really kind of articulating it for family and friends. Little did we know it would go on to become what it became.
You've got Disney World, and then you've got Tokyo Disneyland, Aulani, and then the 4 ships. It's really neat. That's cool. Nice touch. And then over here, on this side, you've got Euro Disney.
Euro Disney. Disneyland Paris, Brandon.
You've got the new Hong Kong.
It's not called Euro Disney anymore.
So we're passing the adult area, which consists of La Piazza, Skyline Lunge, the Tube, Ooh La La, all those cool places in Europa. But we'll check that out later. Fun fact, a good way to not gain weight on a cruise, use the stairs.
The most
Elevators.
duh comment I could possibly make.
Cabanas is on floor 11. Oh my gosh. That elevator sure looks enticing. Oh yeah. I'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. 3 more floors. Alright, we are
Cabanas.
in the
I wonder if Cabanas is going to be on the new ship, the Disney Wish.
lunch first.
Probably not. It'll probably different theme.
Sorry if I'm out of breath. I just hiked up 7 floors to get here. Holy cow. Very scenic views.
It is kind of cool to go back and see old videos. Like I said, I don't really go back and see old videos, but
Rest of the day.
like now that I'm seeing it, like just the way I record and talk and how we've grown and on the channel is pretty awesome. Bread, cheese pizza, and French fries. If that's not the most Brandon meal ever, I don't know what is.
Therefore, it's good. Jen looks like she got some rice, vegetables.
And the funny part is we had just gotten back from New York City, where I had New York City pizza for the very first time, and like you had the best of the best to cruise ship pizzas. Not the same at all. Oh, look at Jen's old sloth coin purse thing. I think that broke. Ah, yes. The phone call. I think Jen was fighting back tears at this point. I think the phone call came late, actually. It was supposed to come before we boarded, like on our way to Port Canaveral, and it came way late than normal. It's my favorite mini line. No, never mind.
So Jen was kind enough to share her, what is it, cookies and cream cheesecake?
I think I stole it. I think I just took it from her.
That much, so now I'm left with that much, but hey, saves me a trip from having to go get it myself. Here we are on the 11th floor, overlooking from Cabanas on the aft of the ship. You can see the Carnival breeze over there.
That whole like 4 hours when you're sitting at port waiting to leave is so much anticipation. I feel like everything's going like 1,000 miles per hour.
See them when we come back to port, and off in the distance, you can actually see.
And then of course the counter is when you are leaving the ship, disembarking. It's like everything's really slow.
Assembly building is, and then right about straight ahead is where.
And leave it to me to find the NASA location.
In our porthole, but right over there is where.
That's right, we had a porthole room on this ship. We had the
We'll see it as we leave.
veranda, I think, on the Dream, and the porthole on this one.
Yeah.
The sensitivity on that, if I remember, was way way tight. Like it was, you turn it twice and the whole ship turned.
Mermaid Lagoon. Oh, TikTok.
Darn
You
TikTok.
ran over. Oh, TikTok's in your way. You're killing TikTok.
Why is TikTok being such a jerk?
So we're gonna go ahead and check out our stateroom.
The stateroom tour.
8008.
8008, yep.
The very forward side of the ship.
You know, the forward, if I remember, the forward wasn't
On the port
that bad. The forward was actually kind of nice. You didn't feel too much swaying.
We're gonna give you our stateroom tour.
It gave great views of the ports, especially when we were at Cozumel.
So we got our castaway club.
I still have that bag.
Sling bag.
I think it's down there. I still have it.
And then we've got our giant porthole.
I wanted the big porthole. If we were going to get a porthole, I wanted to be one that you could sit in.
Porthole. It's the size of the whole room.
Wait, I really want to just.
Isn't that nice? You can lounge in it. And then we've got a good view of Port Canaveral. Wow, this portal's huge. There is the drone ship from Space
Again,
Force.
nerd side of me coming out.
Carnival Breeze. We saw that from Cabana's, which was up on the top and toward the aft of the ship. Let's give you the room tour here. So we've got our desk for when we write our novels.
Yes, because you write novels on cruises.
Our nice little centerpiece there.
Where you can hide stuff.
Yep.
You don't want it in the way.
And then we've got our nice couch,
There's a little fridge in here.
a little refrigerator, a mini fridge,
Fridge.
our TV that extends. Oh, shoot,
Don't break the TV, Brandon.
And then me. Hi.
USB ports.
Yep.
Wave phone, which we don't really use. We use the app. But
And we've got our cabinets, our drawers, hair dryer,
oh.
and the mat to put your hot items on so you don't
Brought my hair straight.
burn everything. Don't want that.
Nope.
We've got our comfy bed, ice bin, cups, some more drawers.
Port adventure tickets.
Oh, cool. Are those
That is really cool when they give you the Port Adventure tickets
adventures that we already booked?
early on.
That's nice.
You know, I know some people don't like using
Tickets.
Disney Port Adventures, but to me, I like it. I like to know that if anything were to happen, the ship's not going to leave port without everybody coming back. And if it's through Disney, it's, you know,
We don't have to do anything.
you pay a little bit more, but there's some peace of mind not knowing you're not going to be left behind.
And then in here we got our life vests. Hopefully we don't have to use those.
Yes, we
And
do
then
not want to
we
use
got
those.
Our hangers. And then down toward the bottom, or it's kind of hard to tell.
Shoe thingy.
Dark. Yeah, it's shoe thingy.
Shoe thingy,
Step ladder.
also known as a
Bunk
shelf.
bed that we don't have. Actually, we do have a bunk bed up there. It's up in the ceiling right there, but we don't need it unless we want to be really cool. And then,
Same thing. Oh, safe.
yep, there's our safe.
The password.
Unless we want to be really cool.
And then we have a laundry bag, which we probably are going to have to use at some point since it's a 7-night trip. I'll record
And we did.
it if, you know,
I think it was in, what was
how
it,
the process works. 'Cause we did not
day
bring-
5, day 6,
Apparently
something
they
like that?
And probably the
We
coolest
ended up
part
using the
of
laundry.
Stateroom is the way they split their bathroom up with their shower. So I'm going to go in here.
And see, the way I'm talking is I'm like talking to my parents, like
But they're very
family
spacious
members.
for it being.
Because if you've been on a Disney cruise, you know that they have the split bathrooms. Like that's what they're kind of known
So
for.
it's very spacious for being a stateroom on a cruise ship. So what's cool about the Disney Cruise Line is that they've got their showers separate from the toilets, so you can both get ready at the same time. There's 2 sinks. There's a sink and a shower.
Now looking at that and
And the next one,
reminiscing on
it's
what the
actually
Disney Wish is supposed to look like,
sink.
it's crazy.
Something I noticed is that we do not have the. Our soaps are in the dispensers.
That was right around the time when they were getting rid of the tubes
Bummer.
and switching over to the pumps.
You gotta hear himself.
That upset a lot of people.
Rag. Some body lotion. Magnifying so you can zoom in. Yeah. So to get you an idea of how tall it is, I've still got a decent amount.
It's not a lot of room.
It's tight, but it's not bad. that is the shower and sink. Now we're gonna head over to the next one, which is the bathroom. And you'll see that this is shaped differently. You got your
It isn't a pretty smart layout on Disney's to have.
mirror. But that way you can do your business in here and keep that area clean. I do like that.
And then the deck party. I always like the deck party because you can start to feel the ship break away from port. And then, of course, can't compete with that. And then, of course, I throw in my SpaceX landing pad.
Of course, I still love you. That's where they
Such a
catch
dork.
the SpaceX rockets and they bring them right back here and reuse them. And then we're just gonna go right out of the port and off onto Cozumel.
I hear Chris,
Here's the port pilot leading
the adult host,
us out. Canaveral.
the adult club host. Little did we know he would become one of our favorites,
Looks like they're building
who happened to also be on the Dream too.
we're about
And that port, I really want to check and see what that port looks like at this point, because that port is, I mean, that was 2 years ago. It's got to be near completion at this point.
okay. Now we're saying goodbye to all the people down
And one of these days I want to go to that restaurant that's right at the end.
the breeze way out there.
I think it'd be really cool because a lot of the Disney ships right now are kind of being set anchor off the coast,
We're almost
since there's only so many ports in Port Canaveral to stay at.
there's
I think it'd be really cool to go out there and see if we can see one of the Disney ships leaving, because every now and then there's like Port Canaveral cams there and their ships come and go, and
there goes the port pilot.
Mickey and cast members and stuff. It's kind of cool.
He's escorted us out. So now that we have watched and said goodbye to Florida, we're gonna go find some snacks.
Go right to eating.
Pizza. Right?
Pizza.
Yeah. Let's check it out. Look how aqua colored that water is. It's so blue.
Just wait till you get to the Bahamas.
Although I have a feeling that the water down in Mexico is gonna be crystal clear. Got myself a chocolate ice cream. Jen got strawberry.
Go right for the ice cream.
So we came back to the room to get ready for our show because we have the late dining. So we'll be doing the show.
We always prefer to do the late dining because we feel like a lot of the families go to the earlier dining. So if you're not into the whole craziness of,
Excited about that.
you know, kids and family,
I'm just sitting here
and you're on a Disney cruise, you might want to go to the late night dining.
and enjoying this wonderful view. Check this out.
It's pretty cool.
That view. The ship's rocking a little bit, but not.
It's so relaxing looking out.
I know they said that the midship is the best place to be to avoid any, roll or anything like that. I'm not feeling it too much. I don't know if it's just because of the speed we're going in or what, but we're in one of the most forward staterooms you could possibly be on the 8th floor. And I'm not feeling too much. I mean, you feel it every now and then, but it's not to the point where it's like, oh, this is nauseating. So we did bring Dramamine just in case because it is a long cruise.
I don't think we ever needed it at any. Actually, I know I didn't. I think Jen did when we went to Enchanted Gardens, and then right for the merchandise. I have that.
Its name.
I wish I had that cup now. Hey! Hey!
Except that.
Tommy Bahama, I can only imagine.
Oh yes, Tommy Bahama.
Isn't it?
Yep. 2019, that's the new polo. The new Nike polo. What's the price on that? $65.
It's not bad for a Nike polo, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's
Probably
the
their
logo
last year of 4 ships.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I like
Till the Disney Wish. I have that polo too.
It's $80.
Yep, it was.
That's pretty.
I have that.
Just gonna wipe
Oh
that.
my gosh. Oh, how much did I spend?
I like that a lot.
Oh god, the spirit jerseys, here we go.
Yeah.
Yep, she's got that.
64.
I don't know if she has that one. I don't think she does.
Yeah.
She got the rose gold and navy.
Got white one.
I've lost track on how many spirit jerseys she actually has. I feel like I've seen...
And then
Maybe not.
all the different important stuff. If you forgot something.
I put that in there for people who might have an emergency and kind of want to know what they have on the ship.
Oh, Chippendale. That is cute. And now we're off to Mickey's main sale, the other store.
Another merch location. Like, I think they say, like, the two worst days to go to the stores would be the first day and the last day, and we, of course, did that. Haha! She ended up getting
What's the price?
one of those ears.
$27.99.
It wasn't that one. It was that one! She got that one the other day. It only took 2 years.
No, I like those. Yeah, I like those. They're cute.
I think that was the one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think it was that one.
They're cute.
It only
I like
took
the
2
other ones
years
that
to
always
get
scream Disney
them
Cruise Line.
at the pop-up shop.
Apron.
That is so cute.
The apron's pretty cool.
No, all of this is really. Oh my god.
Oh, that's the color.
Your own mug.
Yep. Just like
But
that.
yeah, you can test it out. But can
Because
you
your
make
mug
this-
could look just like that.
And we just got
I have that shirt.
Disney Cruise Line shirt. Distress logo. For $19.99. That's actually not too bad. For
It really isn't.
Typically Disney t-shirts are like in the 20, 24.
Nope.
I like that. Oh,
Another mini ear.
that's cute. I like how it's off to the
That
side.
is cute.
That's cute. So if you want to learn how to do the towel, it's the Lost Art Towel.
We ended up going to the towel origami show, or like
That does not fit. Not at all.
towel origami class on the Dream. I think it was last day? Yeah.
Definitely off over that way is Florida.
Wayfinding.
All over as far south as Miami, West Palm Beach.
I'm a map nerd, so I like that type of stuff.
Booking it south.
It's not uncommon for me to have the map in the stateroom, so you know where you're at and where all the other ships are at. It came in handy when we went to, what was it, day 2 of this one, where we saw the Cuban coast. That was cool. That was really cool.
No, that's the actual pool.
Yep.
Now you can see.
And that's us on deck 4. Jen's favorite deck, deck 4.
We are moving. By the way, we're on deck 4.
One of the rare instances where we're actually seen in a bar drinking alcohol.
I'm probably gonna get the drink.
Try not to do that on vlogs. But we didn't know this one would take off like it did.
Got the Perfection, which is from
Oh my god, you see that fuel rod?
looks like it's
Remember those?
Pears, Kings.
Gosh, that was 2 years ago. Fuel rods. You don't see those much often anymore.
Interesting.
Look how dark it is in there.
I like it. It's got a
So I'm excited for the Galactic
Yeah, let me try.
But it's
bar at on the Wish. And of course this is shot with a GoPro, so GoPros historically are not good in dark environments.
Man, that's you like it.
No.
So I got the drink of the day. That's a Paradise Punch. It's got rum in it. I know that. A bunch of stuff that this one won't drink.
I think I made it a point on this trip to get the drink of the day on every day.
Good.
Yeah, you should at least try it.
What's it taste like though?
It's not a heavy coconut taste. It's there a little bit, but it's not heavy.
I know Jen doesn't like rum.
It's like grenadine.
Okay.
Grenadine, try it.
Oh my gosh. This is all stuff I would have cut if it was shot today.
It's good. Yeah.
The inner editor in me's.
Yeah, Jen's drink had a lot of vodka, so she's buzzing like a bumblebee right now. So we're gonna go off to dinner at Animator's Palette, which is right over there. But we're gonna go.
I think once we realized the channel took off after this, we made a commitment to not do alcohol in future videos.
It's a fun decor.
Animators.
Find out where we're sitting.
The black truffle pasta persets. The best
Animator's
dish
Palette, where you get some
at
real
Animators.
design.
I think someone at our table, was it on the third night or second night, got the black truffle pasta persets delivered from Animators to that restaurant.
So we've got some specialty cocktails.
There it is.
Pass on since we already had a
Black
drink.
truffle pasta persets.
Got some appetizers. I might get the black truffle pasta. That's
Good choice,
pretty
Brandon.
good.
Good choice.
We got a soups and salads, the bread service,
Bread's not bad.
and then as for the
I can still taste the
main
black truffle pasta
course,
persets.
probably gonna end up
2 years later.
getting grilled grain-fed sirloin steak because I love steak, and this is the most affordable way to get good steak.
Just admit it. You're picky. Oh, that's right. This was shot with the GoPro where we had the microphone. It plugged into the side and you had to turn it. And it was a directional mic, so you had to turn it in the direction you wanted it to pick up. So when I would talk and then Jen would talk, I'd have to turn the microphone toward her. Now we have a microphone that's dual-sided, so it picks up hers and mine, which kind of suits our vlogging style. See, like you can hardly hear me here because you got the mic's on her.
So, unfortunately, my battery died.
Rookie!
Spare battery I had. Apparently it wasn't charged.
Come on, man. I even have my batteries ready to go for this, and I'm not even on a cruise. You learn.
Except maybe the bread.
That was it. Just the garlic, the roasted garlic, and that was it. So, quick food review because we do have photos thanks to Jen. For the bread, I mean it's bread,
I
but
like the fluffy one.
Bread is bread. It's a great review.
bread, and then the roasted garlic. Feel that rock.
Yeah, it's really rocking.
Yeah, it started really rocking
It's not
that night. And I think Enchanted Gardens, which would have been day 2 off the coast of Cuba, is where she got sick.
You know, at first it was really much just kind of tastes just like olive oil.
I didn't taste anything.
I think Enchanted Gardens
But I don't do well with
was if I recall, was my favorite restaurant on the cruise.
Didn't do anything. And then for the appetizer, we got, what did we get? We got
The truffle thing.
Black
Yes,
truffle
yeah.
pasta persets.
menu.
So we got the black truffle pasta persets.
And what was with that?
It is pasta purses filled with
I remember this was the first time I had to put a picture inside of a video, and I was using iMovie, and I had such a hard time with it.
Like, it wasn't too, like, heavy.
Getting it to pan like that.
Perfect appetizer. It was about
Now we
half a
do it all the time, and we have a, Final Cut Pro as our editing software now, so we can do just about anything we want.
Oh, I'm gonna be
Did you ever
adventurous.
figure out what he did bring you?
The sliced Sorrento ham, and I don't
No,
like ham.
Serrano.
Serrano?
Sliced Serrano ham. Yep.
I don't like ham. So
Yeah, so good thing you said that. And then for dinner, what did you get?
I got the
People seem to really like the dinner portion of the cruise,
top of salad,
probably more so than anything.
roasted root vegetables, and green mustard juice. It's good.
And then I
It
ended up,
was really good.
yeah, it looked
I
good.
got it on the dream, and it was really good.
Yeah. I ended up getting the, at the very bottom there.
Very bottom?
Yep, there it is.
That one?
Grilled grain-fed sirloin steak.
Get ready, that's his dinner almost every night.
Look at it and I go, you know, it
No, it's because I'm a picky eater.
Finished about half of it. The baked potato filled me up. It came with a baked potato too, and that filled me up.
Yeah, that'll definitely fill you. Don't eat the baked potato. I mean, it's good, but if you're trying to eat as much as you can, it's not the way to
I
go.
got the cookies and cream sundae, which is what I got on.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
Delicious. It was only one scoop of ice cream though. I kind of wish it was a little bit more. It was a big old cup. Yeah, it was a big old cup.
Yeah, and then on the Dream, when we went on the Dream for Halloween on the high seas, our waiter brought every single one of the desserts out.
Icebox pie served with lemon curd
Yep.
and berry cream. It was really good. You didn't like it that much, but I loved it. But it might have been because you ate chocolate before you had it.
Tasted like a key lime.
God, I look tired. I look really tired.
Alrighty, well, and that was pretty much our dinner at Animator's Palace. Tomorrow night we go to, where's the Enchanted Gardens, which is directly below that, the floor below it.
My favorite restaurant.
We don't know what's on that menu quite yet, but I think it's loaded on the app, so I'll
It is.
get that. Right now, we're going to get dressed, changed, and we're going to end up going to Family Feud, or the Feud, I think is what they call it.
With Chris.
That's down in the Tube, so in the adult area, and then we're also going to try, what was the other one? We're going to end up going to the magic show, which is done by Eric Jones, I guess the magician on
I love magic shows, and Eric Jones was fantastic. I didn't realize it was close-up magic, which made very difficult in a dark setting with a GoPro that didn't zoom in.
Back to a towel animal. On
A
our
towel
bed.
animal.
I don't know, what do you guys think?
I used my sunglasses.
They did. They used her sunglasses. So I think it's a dog. Jen thinks it's a pig.
Looking at it now, it looks like a pig.
Tell us what you think it is, guys.
Looks like a pig
Kinda
now.
looks like a. I guess it kinda looks like a pig.
It's a, look at them ears.
Yeah, it's a pig. Look at the nose. Hey, look, there's the sloth.
Comment down below
You see the sloth?
what you think it is.
He's in every one of the cruise videos or any type of big trips we take.
Housekeeping, or I guess what they call
I still have
it,
those
housekeeping.
bandits. I still have them.
Put little bandits on our little cables. It's a clever way of doing it. I did have like a cable monster just kind of scattered over the table, so I'm kind of glad that they did that. That was very kind of them.
Yep, I still have those bandits. I actually used some of our
So we're
cabling
in
for
the
that.
tube now, about to watch
That's you look back on that now and you're like,
the family
that is such a horrible environment for a GoPro. Dark, far in the back.
dish. But things will get crazy.
Chris.
Fun on the dream, so
What's
check
my
it out.
name? Chris. That was his intro. It was always fun on a 7-night cruise. Like by day 5, 6, and 7, you start to see the same people in the night, the adult area every night, and then you'd see them around the ship. He's an awesome entertainer. Chris is awesome. And I was so happy when we found out he got moved to the Dream for Halloween on the High Seas. It was awesome. That was fun. Eric Jones. He was awesome. Really good. I wish I sat a little bit closer. I don't know what I was thinking. I was sitting in the very back of the room in a dark environment, and I didn't have the camera that I have now. I was using a GoPro, and they're just so bad in the dark. And they don't zoom, which is one of the reasons why I don't typically use them in the park anymore. But Jen still likes them because they have good image stabilization. This seems like an eternity ago. It's only 2 years. I also like the theming in that room. The tube. It definitely had a better theme, I think, than Evolution on the Dream. It's cool because you make friends when you're on the ship, and like some of the people that we had dinner with would join up with us at the nightclub. It was fun. It was a good time. And it's kind of neat because you kind of have that bond. So like we're still friends with some people on Facebook from this cruise and the Dream. And you know, even though we go our own separate ways, when we get off the ship, we still have that bond from the ship. Jen's Captain Marvel bag in the back. I think at this point, I had to hold the camera so far away because it was zoomed in, or it's not zoomed in, but it was just so tight on our faces. So it, like, you could start to see my arm sag because it was like getting so heavy. I look uncomfortable.
For doing magic on a cruise ship, he was very, very talented, and it definitely showed. And the feud was fun. I tried to get a few shots of, you know, some of the questions. Of course, that always gets real rowdy and fun.
There was a lot of people there too.
There was. So, yeah, it was a fun night, and yeah.
That's the only downside if you sit in the aft, or if you're living in the aft, or staying in the forward part of the ship, because everything's in the aft. It's a long walk. This is before we had an actual outro where we said bye, and that was it. Wow, good times. Can't believe it's been 2 years. That's crazy. I have to say though, like, definitely one of our fondest memories, and I want to say I think I last saw was like a third of all our viewers. Their first video of ours was the Disney Fantasy, that one we just watched. So can't wait for cruising to happen. We'll definitely be ready to go when it happens. We haven't booked another cruise yet because we're kind of waiting to see when things reopen. But we have a cruise credit from an 8-night stay that got canceled. So hopefully eventually we'll get back to cruising. I'm hoping later this year. That would be really fun, because there's a piece of this channel that's missing because we aren't doing cruises, and that they feel like that's what everyone's been waiting for. So hopefully we'll get to do it soon. I went ahead and did my part. Ow. I did my part to get back to cruising. That hurt. And yeah, so it was a good trip down memory lane. If you like the video and you want to see more videos like this, I mean, we can go back and look at some of the older ones, some of our more popular ones. I can give you some inside scoops on how we did it, and you know, the behind the scenes stuff. Maybe Jen will join us the next time. If you like that video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell to become a super subscriber to the Tourist Trek. And until next time, see you real soon.